Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahusha, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahusha, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, Gad shall overcome at the last. Lord will, you are edified. My source, Washington Post. And this article is entitled, This was the worst slaughter of Native Americans in U.S. history. Few remember it. Published September 26, 2021. Historians consider it the worst massacre of Native Americans in U.S. history, yet few have ever heard of it. The Bear River Massacre of 1863 near what's now Preston, Idaho, left roughly 350 members of the Northwestern Band of the Shoshone Nation dead, making it the bloodiest and most deadly slaying of Native Americans by the U.S. military, according to historians and tribal leaders. The Indians were slain after soldiers came into a valley where they were camping for the winter and attacked, leaving roughly 90 women and children among the dead. The death toll, historians say, exceeded some of the country's most horrific Indian slayings, including the 1864 slaying at Colorado's Sand Creek, where 130 Cheyennes were killed, and the death count was nearly double the roughly 150 Sioux killed at Wounded Knee in South Dakota 4 days after Christmas in 1890. Some accounts put the Bear River death toll even higher than 350. In one account of the brutality, Danish immigrant Hans Jasperson, in his 1911 autobiography, said he walked among the bodies, counting 493 Shoshone Indians dead, according to a 2008 article in the Salt Lake Tribune. Jasperson wrote, I turned around and counted them back and counted just the same. Historians said roughly 24 U.S. soldiers died at Bear River. It almost annihilated us as a people, said Darren B. Parry, former chairman of the Northwestern Band of the Shoshone Nation, but it's largely been forgotten. Many historians said the biggest reason the Bear River slaying is lost or ignored in history lessons is because its carnage was eclipsed by Civil War battles raging at the time, according to Charles S. Peterson, a historian at Utah State University who wrote the foreword on a book called The Shoshone Frontier and the Bear River Massacre. He said it's ironic it received so little attention given the well-known Native American woman Sacagawea was Shoshone and became famous for having served as a guide to explorers Lewis and Clark across the West earlier in the 19th century. You so-called Native Americans, all right, according to biblical doctrine, you are from the tribe of Gad based on the lineage of your fathers. Genesis 30 and verse 9. When Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. And Leah said, A troop come. and she called his name Gad. And in the Hebrew, Gad means what? Troop. Nomen omen, name prediction. Genesis 49 and verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Befall, according to the Hebrew. Strong's H 7122, pronounced as qua ra. To encounter, meet, to meet or encounter, to meet unexpectedly. I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. So these events, all right, all of the 12 tribes would experience these events due to prophecy. All right. Let's jump down to verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, Esau's cavalries, but he shall overcome at the last. Everything Esau has thrown up in the air eventually is going to come down, and it's coming down now. Hence the state of his kingdom. Best believe Gad will get their lick back and then some. Gad shall overcome at the last regarding Esau's kingdom being destroyed. Gad will have their hand in Esau's kingdom being destroyed. Okay. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.